Republican Attorney General Jason Miyares of Virginia squaring off against his Democratic challenger Jay Jones in a televised debate last night. As expected, Jones took some heat for a series of violent text messages that he sent about a fellow Republican lawmaker in the Virginia Assembly. That was back in 2022. Chief Washington Correspondent James Rosen joining us with some of the highlights from that contentious encounter last night. James?
Shannon, good afternoon. Initially, this attorney general's race was seen as a kind of undercard to the main bout, the Virginia gubernatorial contest. But a bombshell report published earlier this month by National Review magazine has now swung the attorney general's race by some estimates by a wild 11 points, vaulting the Republican incumbent, Jason Miyares, into the lead. Last night's 70-minute face-off was sponsored by the University of Richmond and the Virginia State Bar, and was moderated by Brett Marston, president of the bar. Miyares wasted little time going on the attack, citing those violent text messages as a reflection of character that makes Jones, a former Democratic state assemblyman, unfit to succeed Miyares as the Commonwealth's top law enforcement official.
And the reality, Jay, is that your text messages that advocated for violence against innocent children, Jay, if you were to apply to be a line prosecutor in not just my office, any attorney general office in the country, you would not pass a background check. And when this became public, we now know your first statement wasn't saying I'm sorry. The words I'm sorry wasn't even in your statement. It was to say we all send text messages we regret.
The messages obtained by National Review showed Jones, while texting a fellow lawmaker 3 years ago, expressing the desire to put 2 bullets into the head of the Republican Speaker of the Assembly at the time, Todd Gilbert, seen here at screen right. Jones in those texts also expressed the wish that the Gilbert's 2 young children would die, so that Mrs. Gilbert would feel enough personal pain to shift her policy preferences. Jones last night repeated the language he has previously used to apologize for these texts since they surfaced earlier this month.
You're also going to hear from my opponent about text messages that I sent that I deeply, deeply regret. Let me be very clear. I am ashamed. I am embarrassed. And I'm sorry. I am sorry to Speaker Gilbert. I'm sorry to his family. I'm sorry to my family. And I'm sorry to every single Virginian. I cannot take back what I said.
Before the National Review article appeared, Jones was leading Miyares by an average polling margin of 6 percentage points, according to the averages of polling compiled by RealClearPolitics.com. Now, in that same measure, Miyares has the lead by an average of 0.3%. To try to reclaim the offensive last night, Jones accused Miyares of being, and I quote, a willing cheerleader for the Trump agenda. Shannon.
James Rosen in Washington covering it for us. Thank you.